Oh, you know, I may not be in Illinois right now, but my heart aches for Sweet Home Chicago. Let me tell you, my heart aches for Sweet Home Chicago.
Oh my goodness.
You know, and what better way to just remind myself of the beauty of Illinois than
the boy Illinois,
the man himself, the boy Illinois.
Up and coming Chicago rapper. Who knows? By now he might be known on a national scale. Who knows? You know, I don't know.
I don't know, but we get a chance to sit down with him in yet another in our string of episodes of Throwback to the old channel, Straight Up, back on YouTube. And here today, he also one of the first people who we had gotten a chance to interview. A really nice guy. It was the first time I had gotten a chance to meet him. He was a very charismatic and seemingly compassionate person, not just in his music and in his artistry, but also in the way that he interacted with people.
Yeah.
And it was a really reassuring episode, I think, for all of us to see, you know, such a young figure up and coming in the music scene, being such a positive influence and a role model. And we talk a lot about that, a lot about his positive attributes and things that contribute to the betterment of society.
Yes,
and,
I agree.
And the fact that he's a vegan.
Oh, is he? I forgot about that.
He was.
Okay.
He wasn't a period when we recorded.
Stylish too.
Oh my God! I wish I could take.
And I had the opportunity as well when he was. He's gone on tour with Lupe Fiasco, I think 3 times.
And Victor got a chance to.
And I got to see him. I saw him in
there.
Los Angeles and in Denver. I got to hang out with him backstage, and he hooked up the backstage pass, and I got to hang out with him and kind of see him do his thing. Take some photos. But yeah, this is, again, another one of the first episodes that we did. Again, if you don't really know what's going on or has been going on the last several weeks and continuing for another, you know, maybe 5 or 6 weeks is our summer special. Go back to our special announcement in the news feed. Go to the episode that says special announcement.
Yeah, you'll have to search back like a dozen episodes.
For you to have context as to what's going on.
Right between episode 95 and 94.
Yes, exactly. But without further ado, Stream of Thought featuring the boy Illinois. We hope you enjoy. What up, everybody? What's happening? I'm Victor Marquez. You're watching Straight Up. I'm here with Rick Storcell, Neil Batang, and the boy Illinois, who is an upcoming rapper from Chicago. He has worked with Trey the Truth, Twista. He's gone on tour with Lupe Fiasco. He's been on Sway in the Morning, and he is here to talk about his newest project, Du Sable.
Yes, sir. Thank you. That is I, the boy Illinois. Appreciate you guys for having me. It's good to be here.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
It's nice outside.
Finally, a couple days.
It's real beautiful outside, man. Despite the terrible weather we've been having, you know. But thank you for coming. You know, doing our show.
No doubt.
I mean, like Vic mentioned a little bit earlier, we talked about your most recent project, Du Sable. And my question for you is, for those that don't listen to rap, like Buddy over here to the left of me, what's your inspiration for a project like Du Sable?
First, the history of Du Sable.
Yeah.
He was the founder of Chicago, OG. Godfather of Chicago, Haitian man. I'm half Haitian, so just it coincides. It goes hand in hand with me and myself. So it's something I thought everybody should know anyway. So subtly just put that out there, really, because the project itself musically is like more up tempo, more what's popping today in today's world. The Atlanta, the trap, the quick snares, catchy hooks, things of that nature, just to suck people in so they can just kind of Google what that name is and then go from there. So yeah.
So I think a lot of your stuff focuses on you being an individual in the music community and just being yourself.
Definitely.
What does that look like for you personally? Billy the Boy, Illinois.
I'm just really like, I used to be very impressionable. I used to follow a lot of trends until probably maybe second or third year in college. And I kind of had an eye-opening experience. So my third eye opened, and I just was like, I'm just going to be myself. And kind of worked, especially with the ladies. Being myself really worked, So I saw how successful that was.
But I'll take your word.
It's all good, man. We all know in our certain space, you know what I'm saying? But so from there, started with the ladies, really. And then from there, I kind of grew confidence and just being myself on a larger audience to a larger audience.
So what did that third eye opening look like? I mean, was it like a moment of revelation, or was it something that happened over time?
Yeah, it was kind of like I saw this documentary called Zeitgeist, and it made me just, not that I believed everything that it was saying, but it just made me say like, why the fuck haven't I been asking people questions? And I just been taking shit just for face value. Yeah. Like, why haven't I been asking people, like, why should I do this? Like, I ain't been asking nobody no questions. So, at that moment in time, I was actually like towards the end of my freshman year, and I was like, oh yeah, fuck this shit, man. So, yeah, that was my moment.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn, man. I mean, your story is it's very interesting. I know you did the Champagne thing. You wanted to go the traditional route.
Yeah.
And then you kind of broke out of that. Now you're a rapper, you're an independent artist, and you've attained some success, man. But I mean, despite being part of the Chicago rap scene and being or contributing to it, like growing, why is it so like it's weak, man? Like I just feel like we don't get enough love for the rap thing.
I know as much as like East Coast, West Coast. Is that like?
Yeah. Those are the two dominant. It was down south, really.
Right.
Yeah, we're like the Midwest, East Coast, West Coast, down south. Down south is doing its thing. Yeah, Mid Coast. That's definitely us. It's we got places like L.A. and New York. They have a lot of corporate buildings that pertain to strictly entertainment, and we don't have that. So we have to export everything instead of just like it being homegrown. As opposed to like if you're in New York, you can go to Times Square, go to Hot 97, or go to MTV. We don't have those type of opportunities to do so. So when we do it, we got to go there and do it. So they kind of suck up and kind of absorb what we do and use it, and they get to, I guess, get theirs off quicker because they're already in that market, as opposed to us. You know what I'm saying? So if they see something like in Chicago, they can do it in New York, and then they can catch fire quicker because of the entertainment structure there in New York.
Okay.
But you have to, I mean, it sounds like it might give the Chicago artist a little bit more freedom, not being surrounded by that structure 24/7.
No, definitely. And I feel like that's why everybody copies off of a lot of what the Chicago artists do, is because it's like no particular style per se. Gotcha. Everybody that's even famous now that's from Chicago is not the same. Like, you can't name two Chicago rappers that's on that sound alike. You can say that about everywhere else but Chicago. So, that individualism, like I was saying, like we was talking about earlier, it really shines through in Chicago because we kind of got to jump out extra. Like, look at Chance the Rapper. Chance the Rapper is very, like, out there. You know, he don't sound like nobody but himself. And as just Chicago, you kind of got to find your way to be a kind of a character in a way to stand out.
Actually, I've heard of Chance the Rapper.
You've heard of Chance the Rapper?
I have, yeah. He was on NPR, that's why.
Yeah, see, there you go.
What do you think about Chance the Rapper?
I like him. I think it follows that trend of the Chicago style rapper, which tends to be more independent and anti-structural.
Yeah, definitely.
It's unfortunate, man, because I feel like this city doesn't get enough credit for like all of the excellence. You know what I'm saying? That it's thrown out there. Like Chief Keef, despite all of the BS, like he's actually a very good artist.
Yeah, he's talented in his own way.
All of the BS that he's dealing with, like he does his thing. You know?
Yeah, it's catchy. People like it. I mean, if people didn't like it, then it'll be a different story.
You know, with his homies, like if I were to put out a music video, that's exactly what I would do. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it was pretty, and it was organic. People felt it, like especially coming from Chicago. You felt like we was holding nothing back. It was just really like that's exactly what it looks like when you come here. So yeah, definitely. But that's probably definitely the reason. Just the market that we in is just not. You know, we don't have too much here to offer artists of any entertainment really, other than maybe news. That's it.
Yeah.
So, Billy, what would you say would be the best? So, take yourself, for example. You have had the opportunity to go across different places and perform.
Yeah.
For someone that's an up-and-coming rapper in Chicago, what would be the best route for them to take for the greatest exposure?
Go somewhere else, which sucks. but you gotta go somewhere else like LA or New York or Atlanta, one of those 3 markets.
Do you think it would be even worth attempting to create a strong foundation in Chicago before you move elsewhere?
Definitely, but it's challenging. It depends on what you really want to set out to do, but pretty much everybody that has garnered a buzz from Chicago first really hasn't done too much, to be honest with you. People like Kanye or Common or Lupe, they went to New York or LA, they got popping out there, and then we caught on later. Because a lot of the stuff that we think is good is from a fan standpoint really isn't that good. We really should, because we're so accustomed to waiting on everybody else to tell us what sounds good, that we really don't know what's really popping.
So do you think someone like Kanye has sold out?
I mean, to a certain extent, because, I mean, look at the level that he's on, you got to give up something. And the higher you get, the more you got to give up. So
that's an interesting question, because it's like, I mean, it's the trade-off. It's the trade-off,
Yeah,
right? You know, it's like
then he says it's interesting.
it is.
No.
I mean, like, it's an interesting thing to consider, because you have to ask yourself, like, I mean, you're a growing artist, and
definitely.
you're getting your name out there. You got to ask yourself, what is it that you're willing to sacrifice of your own, you know, moral fortitude that you're starting out with?
That's what happened with Kid Ink. He was independent, I think, and then he signed with RCA, and he had a lot more opportunity. He had different opportunities that he wouldn't have had if he was still independent.
It all depends on what you really want, though, at the end of the day. That's all. Dave Chappelle gave this interview when he came back from Africa, and he was saying, like, before he got in showbiz, his uncle was telling him, all right, name your price. And once it gets too high, get the fuck out. And he said, hence Africa. So it got too high. So I've named my price, and I'm not going no higher. And once it gets higher than that, then I know it's going to be a problem. So that's how I'm going to deal with that.
Do you feel like it's easy for someone to, like, try and set those boundaries, but then when the fame and fortune hits?
Nah, not really. Just for me, it's from a personal standpoint. I've been high and low. Like, I've been to the point where I've been super popular, and to the point where I've just been dead in the dumps. So I kind of just like, it really doesn't too much affect me ego-wise. At the end of the day, I can bring it all back in and realize, like, I really don't need this. I really don't need that. So, yeah, I'm pretty smooth. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's a tough question, because I mean, you know, a lot of people are faced with that. And
yeah, man, it's a reality. You gotta wonder, because then you know, like you said, you never know when you reach that point. But I'm pretty sure I know I can handle myself when I get to that point.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I think it just comes down to whether or not whoever is famous, if they got whoopings. Like, did you or not get hit? Like,
it depends, man.
No, seriously, because like the people I feel like who hold their ground, and I don't think it's a color thing, but it's an upbringing thing.
Yeah,
you know, if you got whooped and you know you couldn't act out that way, then I feel like you'll hold your ground, you know, and your integrity.
And it depends on, like I said, how popular or how famous you want to be.
Yeah,
that's all. If you want to be a superstar like Kanye, you know, things you're gonna have to deal with that maybe as a regular person they really don't know that you even have to deal with that. And if they was presented that, they'd be like, hell no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When the moment comes, it's like,
that you never know. But it depends. Like, some people, they want $50 million. I'd be straight with like 7,500 a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's realistic for me. That's decent. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's doing better than a large majority of America. And you doing something you love to do. So you give me $1 million a year, I'm cool with that. I'm copacetic. Like, I don't have to measure my success to everybody's, you know, bank account. So
see, I feel like that's the kind of thing that doesn't get too much PR. Like, no one sings about reasonable expectations. No one raps about like
economic responsibility.
Economic responsibility.
No, nobody's rapping about that. But the best thing to do now is to be like everybody else. But when it comes to times like this, to speak like this, to be like, all right, this is what's really cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really cool to be smart about your money. So stuff like that. So,
well, it folds into your social activism too.
Yeah,
I mean, I know that's a big part of who you are. And what sort of influence does that have on your music and vice versa?
It has a large part. I've taken a lot of the social activism out of the music and left it to opportunities where I get to speak because I don't want to be preaching all the time, and people don't like listening to that type of stuff all the time. And I understand. I don't either. So, to a certain extent, you got to make it sound good. Me, I just make the music sound good, and then when you get to talk to me and you get like, how is the boy Illinois living? How does he live? Like, very respectful. Like, I want to seek knowledge, and I eat healthy, and the shit's cool as hell. So you should do it too. You know, so that's in a nutshell. That's pretty much what I try to deliver.
I mean, I like meat, man. Pause. I like chicken.
Pause.
I like, you know what I'm saying?
No lie, man. I've been, Dalaying them. They ordered some hot wings the other day. It was like hot barbecue wings with fried. Oh my god.
When did you become vegetarian?
No, just 3 weeks ago.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
3 weeks ago?
Yeah, I used to be a pescatarian, which means you only eat seafood. I was that beforehand because I cut it out. Yeah, I cut that out too. And I went back to chicken for like a short stint, and I was like, you know what? Right before I went on swear, I had some hot wings the night before, and I broke out. I was like, oh no, I gotta remain pretty, so I'm just gonna start eating nothing but greens, vegetables, fruits, and a lot of water. So
that takes some.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get I'm just trying to give a line balance, man. So, but we're gonna eat this Chinese out there, and I'm gonna eat. It's gonna be greasy, but I can take the grease every once in a while.
How do you maintain that? Like, you know, because you're a guy who's traveling. Like you're doing Empire tomorrow.
Yeah,
you're trying to be
the extra. Yeah.
You know, I mean, you're gonna be going places.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm used to being thin, so when you're thin, this is like at the least. It's like having, I don't know, it's like the least amount of weight that you can have and operate. So I know how to operate very well with this weight. And with it, I know I've been fluctuating, man. I've been living out of bag for like 3 years, man. So I just know how to move to the point where my mama always going to be worried about me, my pops too, but I just know how to move. And when you know how to move, you kind of master it down, especially living like how I live. Like if you and I might have to stay here. I'm like, hey, bro, let me use your couch for a couple of days because I'm doing some music shit, or I'm in a hotel or something. Like, you kind of learn what you can live with or live without, what's really necessary. Hey, you be like, I really don't need that. All right, these drawers, I can buy some new drawers. I'm going to go buy some. You know what I'm saying? So it's like simple stuff. You know, you know exactly what you need.
Mm-hmm. I feel like you'll be very prepared for the zombie apocalypse.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm definitely be prepared. It's just the cooking part.
It's the cooking part. That's why they have ramen noodles.
Yeah. Yeah, but.
Can you do ramen noodles?
I can do that. I can do it up, but it's just making the fire. I'm going to have to get that down.
That's why you have a woman, right?
Yeah, but I need.
He's finally learning.
All right, you guys are rubbing off on me.
Well, yeah,
not the best way.
All is well though. But yeah, it's this vegan thing. I'm only 3 weeks in, so we're gonna see. I'm doing very well. I know I'm waking up with a lot more energy, so that's one thing for sure. I got to get back into my yoga. That's one thing. A lot of women in yoga classes. A lot of women.
Yeah, dispel some rumors about yoga.
Look, brothers out there, brothers of the struggle, brothers in the midst of the lurkers, all my brothers that like women, places to go to see women that are not the club, the grocery store, especially Whole Foods. There's a lot of women in Whole Foods, my brother. Akira. Just go in a women's store. It doesn't matter. Just act like you find it's a lot of beautiful women in Akira.
Act like you're shopping for your sister.
Something,
Pumpkin
bro.
spice latte season is upon us, y'all.
Oh my God.
Hey,
yes.
Starbucks and Chipotle go hand in. They like tied.
Oh my
Starbucks and Chipotle, and then yoga. Yoga tops the list because they're the coolest women around. And you go to I went to a yoga class, and I was like it was only one other guy in there. He was like 48. Like, I knew he was older. And it's nothing but women. And they all are in there trying to enlighten themselves, flex themselves out. And they're all about that peace, bro. That calm, that tranquility.
Yeah.
So, yeah. If you really, enroll in a yoga class, you can be horrible at yoga. The fact that you're trying is definitely turning the key to it, man. Definitely. Yoga.
I feel like I want to go take a yoga class
Man,
right now.
You might want to. You might want to even just walk around downtown with the mat. You don't even.
Yeah.
You don't even.
I think Barney Stinson does that in an episode of How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, just walk around with the mat, and they'll be like, "You do, you know, just kind of. You might get kind of looks, and you start off a conversation. Just know the downward dog. That's all you gotta know.
I sure do.
Yeah, that's all
I
do.
know the downward dog where it counts, not in.
That was smooth, Neil. That was. I thought the girls take you to yoga.
No, I've only been taking by like 2. I went to the second time. Yeah, it was like a date, you know, and it was a really good, interesting date. But like the girls in the class were kind of hating, like it was just like,
yeah.
oh,
They picked up that feminine that energy.
Yeah,
they
started getting choosy. Like I'm like, ladies,
calm down.
Exactly.
I can bring you some guys. See, I got pretty lurkers. I got plenty of lurkers.
Dude, just bring your cousins, dude. Bring Dom.
That's what I'm saying.
Dom, Eddie, and Frank.
Dude, you know what I'm saying? I've got a good family.
Dom,
Eddie. Ambitious. They'll take excellent care
Very
of you.
ambitious.
None
ambitious
of this,
to get
you know, has to be happening. You know, but
yeah, it's all good.
yeah, man, I'll definitely take your advice on
I'm
eating
with you.
healthier. You know,
Hey man, I'm not really even trying to give advice. I'm just trying to tell you how I live and how I feel about the way I live. That's it.
but back to the rap thing though.
Yeah.
So, again, Victor mentioned some of the people you worked with.
Yeah.
Who you've been on tour on, some of the projects you've been doing. Who would you say is the most influential artist that you've worked with, and why?
Lupe, because I always listened to him even before I went on tour with him.
Okay.
And just little things he said to me on tour were just, a little small, but it was key coming from him. He cared to tell you if he told you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that takes a lot for another artist at that level to be like, yo, nah, but for real, on some real shit, this, that, and the other. And you'd be like, okay, well, that's what's up. So that, and Twister probably behind that because he's just like the OG. He want everybody to be around him, keep him youthful.
Yeah.
So he lets us pretty much do anything. He's like the uncle that let you come over the house and smoke. Yeah, that's how Twister is.
Yo, he's a perfectionist, isn't he? I feel like.
No, he's just very well at his craft now to the point. He's been doing it for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
He's doing 20 plus years. That's way past his 10,000 hours. So he's
Isn't
just
he like the world's fastest rapper or something?
not no more. Somebody took it over like 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, really?
But it wasn't even real. They're probably just like saying like a bunch of like, you know.
I don't know. It might have been. I don't want to put the hate out there.
No, man. I just
But-
want to see like faster than Twist. He's like the Michael Jordan of fast rapping.
Yeah, man. But hey, man, you never know. People just the game comes, it steps it up. First you had an iPhone 1, and now we on 6. So you never know, man. People progress, take that style, and then build upon it. So, yeah, man. Real shit.
So, what do you think some of the biggest things that you have to fight against in the music industry are, simply like just to be heard?
Well, first, other rappers, because a lot of us.
Groupies.
Yeah, I mean, that ain't really that hard. When you get groupies, that means you're doing well. So that's what you want. You really want groupies. Yeah, other rappers, politics, playing the game, just like in anything else is politics, and no matter what business is politics. So it's just even bigger because we're dealing with more money. So
what does the politics in the rap industry look like? I have no idea.
It's like I mean, you can really put it towards anything else, like extortion. Like, say for instance,
have you ever been extorted?
No, okay. I don't make enough money to be extorted yet. Yeah, no, I'm never getting extorted. I'm straight on that.
Well, now that you're a vegetarian.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. We keep the peace, no beef. Like, say for instance, some artists want to come to Chicago. It might be an artist that runs the streets of Chicago and says, yo, you want to come here and perform, right? Well, so you don't get fucked up while you're here, just, give me a verse and like 10, 20K and we straight.
Really?
That's street extortion. That's just on the street level. So on the business level, it might be something where it's to the point where I might be on some Bill Cosby stuff, drug you, take some photos of you doing some inappropriate things, and be like, yo, you need to sign this contract or this is going to be a scandal. Yeah, so that's just that.
So that was Neil proposed just having them sign a release form before you guys have sex. I feel like that would alleviate.
Yeah, that's if you're dealing with groupies. I'm talking about like top guys that do this type of stuff. So that's kind of what that's on the high end with the politics. On the lower end, on like a indie rapper trying to come up.
Yeah, like what do you have to deal with, like politics?
Blogs and stuff like you got to be friend, buddy, kiss ass. Yeah, pay a lot of people, from the DJ to the blogger to the promoter to everybody. You got to pay everybody for everything. When you first starting out, everyone has to get
attention
paid.
Isn't enough, is what you're saying.
No, to get attention, you got to pay people so they can bring more attention to you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, people pay for Twitter followers, people pay for Instagram followers, people pay for Twitter verified checks. You pay for everything. You can pay, everything's for sale. And if you got enough money to buy everything, you got a good chance of being heard above a lot of other people.
That's a shame.
Yeah, but hey, that's everything. It's politics, man. It's just like in politics, man. If I got the biggest contributions coming, you think I'm not gonna run?
Yeah.
As opposed to Joe Schmo.
So what tends to motivate a lot of the people in the rap industry when it comes to like the politics? Is it power? Is it money? Is it fame? Is it
money? Majority. The people who are in control know it's power because it's about control. Everybody else is just money hungry because they want to live all this lifestyle that they've seen portrayed so much and so luxuriously and so elegantly.
I just want to be financially free, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just not have to, report to somebody, deal with that, BS.
That's the goal, man.
Do what I love.
See, that's I think where moderate expectations could totally make a dent in the market. I feel like.
Definitely.
When it comes to, I don't know. I feel like not enough people are reasonable with their expectations.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But that comes in with the upbringing too, and what you tell folks as they be from an adolescence to a teenager, and if they actually believe like, yeah, you can really do anything. No, you really can't do anything. You really can't. You have a certain skill that you possess. I don't know what it is, but you hone in on that skill. Like, I was watching something the other day and say, if your great-grandfather was a shoemaker and his father was a shoemaker and your father was a shoemaker, God damn it, you goddamn should be a damn shoemaker, motherfucker. It's in your DNA, basically. Like, it runs in your blood. Why wouldn't you be a shoemaker? Like, and in that way, you're contributing to society. Everybody wants the top job and wants the big dollars, but maybe that's not your role in society.
Yeah. No, I think that's, like, such an important point. I mean,
it definitely is.
You have that skill, you have that ability. It's just a matter of finding it. So it's like you're struggling right now. Maybe you haven't found that ability yet.
Exactly.
Maybe it's in some other area, but
you'll find it, and maybe it's been signs. You just got to pay attention to it.
Pay attention.
Do you come from a family of musicians?
Yep.
You do?
Yep. My sister and my father. My father plays the piano, sings. So, and then my sister was in the choir, and then I grew up in the choir, and I was singing. And then from there, I just started rapping.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's real cool. I feel like, and Vic, you probably can relate, because you're a musician. You and your brother play music. But, like, the families on our block who were, like, musically gifted had the best Christmas parties, man. You know what I'm
man, you
saying?
just jam
just
out.
The most, like, cool people to chill with. Like, if someone does music, like, they're probably a cool person.
Yeah, it's because it's.
What do you think? I'm so cool.
It's a very tedious process to the point where listening is so carefree.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just like, if we listen to music, that's the easiest part of the music, is listening to it. And especially if you are, it's a difference between doing it and listening to it. A casual listener, like, doing it, you kind of appreciate the mixing or the tones, the reverb, the certain sounds that come from the music, and you're like, yeah, I like this. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so you get a different appreciation for them. So it's even more calming. It's kind of like a a mantra during a meditation. You know what I'm saying? You kind of hone into that, and you enjoy it, and you want everybody else to know how good the shit is too. So you play great music, man. So it's just a good feeling.
Yeah. So then, which is gonna lead me to one of my last questions for you. What advice do you have? All right, for these kids out there who want to do music like you, do you say, hey, take the first big deal? Do you say keep it funky and original, authentic, or hey, to each their own?
No, I never would give advice and say to each their own. I'd be sending somebody off. First, I would say if you really want to do this, then do it. If you don't, then stop doing it.
Okay.
That's what I really like to try to put out there a lot. Like if this
How do
is
you know
just,
if you really want to do it?
you know.
Willing to sacrifice.
It's I don't know what it is, but each inside every person.
I know what you're saying.
When you wake up in the morning,
I got you.
Yeah, you know if that's really what you want to do. If that's not what you want to do, you bullshit.
Yeah.
You know it. You just ain't telling nobody, but you know it. So you know you just doing it because it's popular or whatever. So if it's something you want to do, from then on, you do it. You apply yourself. Know, kind of do the knowledge first and foremost. That's what anything. You kind of gotta study I haven't like technically studied the music business. I've studied it through like people fucking up deals and learn like, oh, how the hell did that deal getting deal myself presented to me and looking at this and having somebody look at it like, what is this, man? They're like, hell no. So things of that nature through experience. I learned through experience. Either you learn through experience or do the knowledge yourself. It's great for both because then when those experiences come up, you're already knowledgeable about what you're supposed to do. And never take the first deal. But if you do the knowledge, you'll know. So you'll know never to do such a thing. So that's with anything in life, with business. You never take the first deal. If somebody's offering and they want you to do something, especially high caliber, you're like, all right.
Which is tough because
It's
gut
me.
instinct is
The
like
rest will
somebody
come.
wants me. Like,
Others will come.
Not even the others will come. It's just like, okay, if you want me to do this, nobody can do this job but me. What can I leverage here? Because you're not gonna find another me. So, but you can find some more money quicker than that, right? So, yeah.
I got a question. What is the current challenge that the boy Illinois faces that is preventing him from the next level?
Damn, man.
Attaining the next level.
The balance.
Selling his soul.
Nah, it's really honestly, it's the balance of real life. If you have a companion, a lady friend,
Yeah.
that and balancing that with being the artist, the character, the boy Illinois. Because regardless, even if you are married or have a girlfriend, you still have to be that available, have that certain availability to female fans. And that's the one thing that I'm hopefully to get over really soon is that thing, because it's like I can't open in certain doors and opportunities with women. It sometimes can be difficult because they advance on you just like males would advance on a woman. And it's like, it's just a hard, it's tough to deal with. You already going to deal with homosexuals hitting on you. Now you got to deal with women. You can't accept it. It's
Wait,
like,
is that seriously an issue?
What?
Gay people hitting on you?
Yeah, what?
Really?
Hell yeah, man.
I've had gay people hit on me.
Well, yeah, you look pretty gay.
But,
There's probably a good reason for that.
But no, in the music industry, man, within the entertainment, I don't want to limit it to the music industry. I'm giving y'all real talk. It's a lot of gay, and because of the progression we've made as a country, I guess to say, it being highly acceptable now, they're getting much more bolder with what they say.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? See, that's interesting. I mean, like,
you feel like a lady. You feel like a lady. Do you think to yourself like, this is what women go through? My goodness, like cover.
A little more empathy, I hope. Yeah.
Jeez, man.
Oh
like,
my God. A little
dog,
more empathy
for
the ladies.
I was on a red line one night. I had the weirdest train ride ever in my entire life. I'm not going to give you the whole thing, But one dude got on the train and made it advance to me. I was like, that is the fucking grossest shit ever.
Is this at like a? Are there other people on the train, or is this at like 2 in
Yes,
the
no,
morning?
there's other people. No, it's at like 2, 3 in the morning, but there's other people on
there.
the train, and the dude just did something. I don't even want to repeat it because it just sounds so. I was just like, are you serious right now? Like, this is how you guys are getting down? Is this how old perverts do to women? Women, ladies out there watching, listening, I am sorry. I feel your pain. That is not cool, especially if it's unwanted. I can understand. If it's like maybe a girl finds somebody attractive, that may be different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I don't even get out like that. So that's even double.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my God, what? And it's like you can't act like
You're
it's
on the other side,
super weird. You know what I'm saying? Or you looked at, it's
wow,
yeah,
I
man.
had no idea.
Oh yeah, man. They go and see. I shop at predominantly homosexual.
Okay, well, that might
you know,
increase
you
your
understand?
odds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
I wear Top Man. I go Top Man, Zara, places like
I
that.
love Zara.
Yeah.
Zara's the best. I went to the Zara in Mexico. I wanted to buy the entire
Really?
store.
I gotta go to Zara.
I don't go in
The
Zara.
stuff
I
there
order
too. The stuff
from
there was
their
too
online
was
catalog.
the same price or a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. It should be cheaper, so I'm gonna go in Mexico. But Top Man's a little cheaper and better than for me than Zara. I only like Zara when they're on sale. But that's all I go. I only look for stuff on sale anyway.
I told a couple of guys at work one time that I bought stuff from Zara. They all looked at me. They gave me that, blue steel, fast twitch of the head look, like really like you. I was like, yeah, man.
Zara.
And then someone told me about, the type of culture, and then I was like, oh, okay, I see why you all.
I see why it's suddenly so attractive.
Yeah. yeah.
Yeah,
man.
that won't be happening ever. But,
See, I shop at Kohl's, so all I got to women pursuing me.
Man, you're old white ladies, man. Coming
They
in
can be
there.
dangerous.
They are the most dangerous species out there. If I hope that's not disrespectful, but older white women, y'all know,
I have no
They have an
idea what you're
agenda.
talking about.
they have a definite
They
agenda.
have an agenda. They're smart. They've been around the block a few times. They know what they want. They know what they don't want.
golden.
They know how to
And
get
Some
it.
of them are housewives, so they don't have nothing but time on their hands to figure out and plot. That's it. A woman with time, that is a dangerous thing. If she's not busy, don't have nothing to do. Oh wow!
Combine that with intuition, dude.
Strategies
Yes.
for days.
Yes.
They might need a lot more female coaches in the league.
Oh my goodness.
They might come up with some good plays.
Oh my goodness.
They might have some psychological plays. You go out there and get in an argument. Yeah, get in an argument.
I'll go flash LeBron, right? Okay. And then
She gonna tell you, go over there and pick a fight with him. and that's gonna get his head. And then you run a back screen after. Hey,
I
never
guarantee
know.
you, they could come up with a whole new list of trash talk that would.
Oh my goodness.
Pierce their souls in a way that current trash talk is not able to.
that.
Yo, I'm gonna look
That was
into
pretty
that.
funny though. What that one woman called LeBron a pussy ass bitch, and he's like, what?
Yeah, everybody stopped.
Everyone stopped.
Everybody stopped.
And nothing happened.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. Let a man call a girl that and watch what happens.
Okay, we're not getting into this conversation.
Oh yeah, no.
That'll be for our next guest. I just had to
oh
throw
yeah,
it
that's
out
for the
there.
next guest. She might flex you.
Yeah, please.
Well,
I would like
Flex.
to do
Hell.
Yeah, man.
that. Can we bring in like a wrestling match?
a wrestling match?
Yeah.
When we get
Just
more
to
room.
Kick your ass.
Who will kick my ass?
The
Rex, who do
personal
you
trainer.
think? The guy right in front of you.
Ooh,
Is that what you're talking? Were you
No,
were
no.
you talking about wrestling so you could kick his ass?
No.
Oh.
No, I was talking
Talk-
about the personal trainer.
A personal trainer.
Or the strength person that were Sonya. So
Sonya? Oh, Sonya? She doesn't want to wrestle me.
Yeah, he wants to wrestle her though.
No,
Yeah.
God.
I wouldn't want to wrestle her either. That's just
It's
not my
all
thing.
Make
good.
sure we put this online.
No, man, I'm good. But
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
You got anything else you want to ask Billy, Rex, Victor?
I'm not going to go down the Illuminati track. Yeah, he told me to ask you about the Illuminati.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's
Do they control music?
no. There we go. That answers everything.
Like in, I forgot to say something, but earlier when you were talking about Zeitgeist. I saw that
Yeah.
in college.
Yeah.
And I was like, I liked it a lot only because of how it questions everything. And then you look back, it's like, this might be wrong. This I maybe disagree with. But in general, it's like, holy cow. This is
it's definitely an eye opener. And I was like, man, what? Seriously? Get the fuck out
like when
of
they're
here.
talking about the Federal Reserve.
Oh yeah, that was 100 though. They kept it 100 on the Federal Reserve tip. They kept it 100. And that was all stuff that I kind of knew before then, but it reassured me, and I was like, "Oh, this shit is real." You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Damn, that's fucked up." That's gangster though, the way they did it, but it's fucked up. I mean, because at the end of the day, everything, the Illuminati, whatever you want to call it, is really just gangster shit. I mean, by definition, it's gangster shit. Like I can make you kill people. It's gangster shit. Just to control my shit is gangster ass shit. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just gangs on a big ass level. That's all it is.
People are invested in maintaining the status quo.
Of gangster shit.
Status quo is
gangster shit.
Like how you guys see recently on the news, the company or the dude that bought that pill that helps with AIDS.
Oh, yeah, he hiked the price up so high. Yeah, gangster shit. Because he can.
Yeah.
Gangster shit. They should have a segment.
Free market economics there for you.
Yep. For real.
Capitalism, ladies and gentlemen.
Gangster shit.
Yeah, for real.
A whole bunch of political words to cover up, but they all means gangster shit.
That's what my dad used to tell me growing up, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host Rick Thorcell is a published author. He's got some pretty good work out there, so you should check it out. But what I'm saying, though, is when my dad taught me to read, he's just like, son, there's probably 2 or 3 handfuls of meanings, right? And what they did is just come up with a bunch of words that mean the same thing. Exuberant, jovial, jubilant, happy. Is that necessary?
Each decade they had to come up with something else to describe it. We need a whole new word to describe what this tastes like. Delightful.
Imbecile. What is that all necessary?
Hey, that is the realest shit.
Bullshit.
I gotta take that to another. Yeah, hey, that's some real shit, man. Because it's a lot of the same. It means a lot of the same shit. It's just different words.
Exuberance. What? Ask me if I'm happy.
We on the same level, Phil.
But maybe you're more than happy. Maybe you have that elevation of exuberance.
Maybe there's a level of happiness. Maybe there's a level of happiness that there's different words.
Next one, exactly.
And this is the thing, right? You're gonna like run into that person, Billy, like, and they're gonna like look at you. They're gonna say the word like exuberant with the whole like. I wonder if he knows.
Good exuberant.
There are much bigger words that you can use.
Yeah, definitely.
I bet you the average person doesn't know what exuberant is.
Maybe the average person, maybe.
You are see. He's
Hey,
a
man.
published author, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you gotta watch.
His
Hey, man.
diction is
Have-
to another
that
level.
is
Hey,
one
have
thing
you
I
seen
work
the World Star when they ask people questions? Like regular people want to. You'll be surprised, man. I was surprised at
People
how.
can't spell eyes.
What?
Are you serious?
No, that wasn't spell the eyes. It was another way he did it. No, he
They
said
if YES is yes.
What is EYE?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's what
everybody.
people say.
But it's the framework of how he psychologically fucked up first because he said if YES spells yes, what is EYES spell? And nobody thought of it like EYE eyes. They was like yes, a yes, and everybody just kept saying a yes. I was like, oh my fucking goodness, are you serious?
Yeah.
But you'd be surprised at how
And you expect them to know
how
what
far
exuberant
behind.
means? Jovial?
I mean, it's not.
Not jovial. I definitely don't think nobody. Exuberant, maybe. Jovial, no.
But Santa's jovial. He's jolly. He's jovial.
Yeah, no, they not getting that either. They might not even get jolly.
But thanks, Pharrell, for giving us happy.
Yeah.
Because
I got so sick of that song. So
have you worked
fast.
with him?
Nah, there's a lot of. I'm only worked with only a handful of like on stars.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot my other question. Or I remembered now. But my other question was for you. Because I was thinking how you've been with Twista, Trey the Truth. You've been on Sway. And again, touring with Lupe. At what point did you say to yourself in the process of becoming a rapper and chasing your dream where you thought to yourself like, wow, like this is becoming real?
Oh man, that's a great question, brother. I like that, and I like that. We gonna splice. This is my Jordan on Byron Russell right here. It was we had went to a lot of different House of Blues on tour with Lou. The Boston one was the biggest one, and it had three. It had 3 levels. Every one I had been is like 2 or maybe 3, but it wasn't as big. It was huge, and it was kind of like packed in there, and it was all rocking. Like everybody was rocking with me. The after, like we had some people, some fans come up after the show. The after show type of stuff was dope. And it was just one of those moments where you sign autographs and people taking pictures. You're like, damn, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? I had just got some Beats, headphones from Beats, sent for me from Beats. Again, I'm getting free stuff. And top it off, like one of my favorite movies is The Town. And there's Ben Affleck, and they robbing Fenway. And the House of Blues is directly across the street from Fenway Park. So it was just like, it was like, yeah, that was Boston. Boston definitely was like that moment where you be like, and on top of that, that was the first time we was on tour. Lupe was like, all right, we all on my set, we all coming back out to freestyle. So
I remember when we were hanging in the studio last year, and you were like, yeah, like I was all about the cipher. Stolly wasn't feeling it though.
No, he didn't want to rap. He didn't want to free. That ain't his type of you dig, and that's understandable. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't prepared for it either.
Yeah.
So I just, I'm a rapper, and
well, the way that I kind of see it, because I remember one time hearing like Drake being like, oh yeah, like it'd be cool to battle. Like he doesn't battle, and then you have his arch nemesis, Meek Mill, about the battle. But it's the way if you compare it to someone else, for example, like guitar, some people are all about like the electric, they'll never touch an acoustic. Other people, it's the exact opposite. Same with some people, they love battling or they love going over beats, and some people, they're all just different. It's just a different way to practice the
It's
art.
rare to find both. That's all.
Yeah.
Balance that that can make a Fetty Wap record and then can freestyle and really rap. That's very hard to do. Yeah, I don't
Which is
really
easier
know.
for you? Is it easier for you to freestyle over a beat or just go a cappella?
Overbeat.
Yeah, you get inspired with the beat.
Yeah, it sets you up to what cadence is easier to go. So yeah, it's like a nice little start off.
What's your opinion? Because I love watching hip hop interviews, and the track will say, or the title of the YouTube video will say something like freestyle or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I see dudes, and I even see people that are like very famous, and the camera's on them, and they got the mic, and they got their phone, and they're rapping, and
like
this and that and that and this.
At least memorize it.
That's what it's like. At least, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I remember also one time I was watching Sway in the Morning, and who was on there? King Los was on there and did a freestyle, and Sway was like blown away. He's like, one thing he's like, yeah, you do a freestyle unless you are gonna be ready, memorize it. Don't fuck it up when you're on the air.
Yeah, don't. That's like the lowest of lows if you're bringing out something that you got to read off of. Yeah, that's always.
Credibility.
It just doesn't look good either. It just doesn't look good. It just doesn't look good at all. It's just like I'm totally not an artist. I'm not prepared for none of this. So, yeah, I mean, to me, when that happens, it's just like whatever. As long I'm glad it ain't me. That's all. So I'll be getting clown.
Drake did that in the Sprite commercial.
No, not in the Sprite commercial when he first was on Hot 97.
Hot 97, and then I think maybe Tim Westwood also, or something like that.
Yeah, he's done it. That's when he got flamed for that. But
I saw Wiz do it one time.
He made it through the fire though, because people was on him for that. Yeah, he pulled out his BlackBerry like, hold on. But hey, man, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Is there anything else you guys want to add right now?
Other than that, man, I ain't really got nothing too much. Get du Sable, Jean Baptiste.
Where can they find
OG.
your?
Yeah,
where can
tell
our
us how to connect
where
with
can
us.
our fans find your work?
Google the boy Illinois. That's
Google
the fastest.
the Boy Illinois?
Yep, that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Because that's the easiest and quickest way.
It's true. You're the number one search on there. So
Yep,
it's
dude.
pretty easy to do.
Bingo. Yep.
2 seconds. Do it.
All right, so go on Google, check out Du Sable, and I know Jean Baptiste. That was a year or two ago.
Yeah.
That one's real good. I was listening to that earlier today.
Thank you very much.
1818.
Yes, sir. That's one of my
Love that opening
favorites.
track.
We get in on that one.
But anyway, thank you for coming out here and spending time to to talk with us.
No problem.
Definitely looking forward to the next time you're coming back around.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's all good. I go by the name of the boy Illinois, and you were watching Straight Up. Yer.